Hey guys, this is Spock Joe, and today I'm going to be giving a little bit of thoughts that I have on the Xbox One and their marketing strategy. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more content like this, hit this channel on the bell. Alright guys, just a few thoughts on the Xbox One X. But before I get there, I just want to ask you guys, why did you guys purchase the console that you purchased? What was it that drove you to get a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One or a Nintendo Switch? What was it that was the selling point for you to grab any one of these consoles or to invest in any one of these consoles? What was it? A few years ago, I remember having a conversation with several friends, and we would kind of go back and forth on which console was better, and we would kind of stick it to each other. And surprisingly, guys, well, I guess it's not surprising, but that debate is still going on in schoolyards around the world today. What is still better, the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One? And really, it comes down to subjectivity. It comes down to the eye of the beholder, really, in the sense of, those people that are on the Xbox side, they like the Xbox and they have their proofs, they have their points. And on the same side, they have, on the PlayStation 4, they have their arguments all set up of why they choose the PlayStation 4 over the Xbox One. So I look at this because I remember in the midst of these debates with some of my friends, some of their arguments, one of them being, well, the PlayStation 4 is more powerful. And it is a more powerful machine than the Xbox One. When it came out, it had better software, or excuse me, better hardware, and it was built in such a way that it clocked higher speeds and so on and so forth. They were really pushing that it could do 1080p at 60 frames per second, and that was all games, and it was the driving force, it was the powerhouse, right? And then I have friends that were like, the Xbox One, they optimize their software in such a way that it gives you a smooth gaming experience. So basically what that means is whenever the Xbox One is playing a game that has graphics and shaders and different things like that, that's really taxing on the processor chips and the GPU, what it does is it downscales. So it goes from 1080p to maybe a 720, but it still tries to maintain a really good frame rate so that it has a smooth transition within the gameplay. And that to me was a valid point. And so my friends, they're kind of going back and forth on these different aspects of why one's better than the other. And I'll just say this, guys, I really don't care about all that. For me, the biggest reason why I'm going to buy a console is going to be the social aspect of the console. Now, I will say this. I have older consoles, like I have an NES, I have a Super NES. I play on those games, and I enjoy those games just as much as I enjoy some of the games nowadays. And it's not so much whether it's a powerful machine. It really comes down to who I'm playing with. And when I'm playing the NES or consoles and just different games, if I'm playing with my family, that is kind of a thing that builds a relationship between us, and it's kind of a binding factor. And depending on what consoles they have will determine what console I'm going to be playing on, because for me it's more of a social aspect of why I play games and not so much the power of it. Because you can take an old game like Super Mario Kart, which a lot of this younger generation may think that it is just a garbage game. It's all pixelated, and just the way that it's it's made it's just garbage. Okay, I would beg to differ. It's one of the funnest games I've ever played, and kind of really one of the first free-for-all games I've ever played, where you're basically shooting turtles. You're not shooting guns, but you're shooting turtles and all sorts of other things at your friends so that you can win the match, you know? And it's a simple game, and it really comes down to just the social aspect. Who I'm playing with is what determines what console I'm playing. And so I'm just curious, you know, with this new marketing strategy, at E3 we had Xbox One, and they are pushing the power of the Xbox One. Now, I'm sorry to sound cynical or sarcastic with this, but you know, in the end, is that the end all? Is that why you're going to go out and buy an Xbox One S? Because it is true 4K, because it has more flops, or whether it has better RAM, or the CPU is better, and it's more powerful than the PlayStation 4? Because, you know, the argument for my friend was the PlayStation 4 is more powerful. So by that same logic, now that the Xbox One is more powerful, are people going to leave the PlayStation 4 to jump ship and go and be with the Xbox One X because it's the more powerful console? Well, I don't know about that. I think a lot of times we may not even realize it, but I think a lot of the reasons why we play the consoles we play is simply because of the social aspect and the people that we're playing with. Now, you guys may disagree. This is my opinion. This is my thoughts on, you know, just the Xbox One X, on its marketing. I'm not sure if more power means more fun. I really don't think that that's kind of where it's at, and I'm hoping that that's not kind of what they think is going to bridge the gap in the console war, that they're going to drive sales. Now, granted, innovation is always great, and it does drive sales in that sense. It is going to have more innovation. It's going to have more upgrade. It's going to have something that other consoles don't. But at the end of the day, is that the key point of why you are going to go buy an Xbox One X? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And see you next time.